Hello, this is Ryan Witchy. We're going to do a quick overview of the Logo 690 SX. It is the latest offering from Mikado. I know everyone has been very excited about the release of this machine, and it's kind of an evolution of the SX line, which is a good thing. The 550, the 600, now the 690. Just going to go over what's changed. Many of you are very familiar with the Logo molded frame helicopter kits. I'm not going to go over every part and piece. I'm just going to go over the things that have changed. So we're going to jump right in with the canopy. Canopy, same cool SX design. It's just a lot larger. It's taller, it's longer, just for more visibility. So one thing on this, the canopies, I don't typically like to run stock canopies, meaning I like my own personal paint scheme, but I find myself flying the SX scheme because it is so visible. It's really good. I mean, it looks good in the air, it looks good on the ground. The cameras and video, the photos and video never do this justice. It's like a day glow red / orange. It changes from kind of a red to a really, day glow orange depending on lighting conditions, which is very nice. And speaking of videoing and cameras and stuff, had some technical difficulties yesterday when I tried to shoot this, and so you guys are getting the version with the camera phone on a tripod. So I apologize for any reduction in quality, if there's extra noise, whatever. And also, like you, most of you out there have a little family, so my little baby girl is trying to go to sleep, so if you hear a little squawking in the background, that's her saying hello. Okay, let's continue on. We have the big canopy. In order to support the large canopy, we need an extension on the bottom of the frames. So Logo has provided these standoff blocks. Machined aluminum, really nice quality. I mean, especially something that's just being hidden. All the edges are deburred, even a little kind of micro chamfer there, tumbled or media blasted, and then anodized black for a nice satin finish. For something that you're never going to see, basically, I love that attention to detail. And those are going to go right where, let's pull up the famous frames. They're going to go right here on the bottom, space out the landing gear struts. Now, that would look kind of funny just having blocks there, wouldn't it? Kind of look like the neighbor kid with the big 4x4. So what Mikado did was they did an under tray. Now, the under tray basically hides that. It's an aesthetic piece, and it will hide the extensions, but they also have slots, kind of channels to where you put the battery straps through, kind of keep them from sliding around, so that's nice. And one thing on the tray, when I saw it in the photos, I thought, well, did Mikado, injection mold this? Is it plastic? Is it a little vac form piece? What? There are many different ways you could do this, and to my pleasant surprise, to get it in the light there, this is a laid up fiberglass. So it's actually a fiberglass component. Pretty nice. They went ahead and did that for you, and because they could have easily just had a little vac form plastic piece, but they did that. Sealed it up, smooth, satin finish, blends in really well with the frames. Did a little airbrushing here so it blends in with the bottom, and really, per the photo and the ones I've seen online, they just completely blend, where you don't even really notice that it's there. Really cool feature. So still talking about the frames, maybe you've read that it has like a battery tray or battery tray extension. Well, it's not a full battery tray, it is just an extension. But it's a very nice one. They've went ahead and they've gone in and machined these side pieces. So it's a 3-piece design, left side, right side, and a cross piece with a carbon plate. And that just goes on the front of your frames. And they went ahead and pre-drilled the 2 holes here for the frames. Put that on there. Gives you an extension for your 12S setup. And once again, really high quality. How they machined the parts and finished it. I really like the look of that satin black finish. So that kind of highlights the changes of the frames. The frames themselves haven't changed, you just have additional parts to go with that. So let's start from the top and work our way down. Blade grips. They've increased the hole so that you can run 5mm blade bolts now. That's what you're going to run on those. I've been told that, or I've read that they didn't change anything other than just the hole there. I haven't had this confirmed by Mikado, but you know, I agree with something that Matt Bodo said years and years ago. Matt used to fly for Mikado, and he said Mikado is the only company he would trust to run plastic blade grips. I mean, he's the only company that they would trust to make them right. And I totally agree. I totally agree. I used to fly Hirobo years and years ago. Hirobo did nice quality injection molded parts, but with today's machines, today's power plant, you know, really Mikado is the only company I trust as far as plastic blade grips. And I think it really contributes to the, you know, hear people talk about the Mikado feel or the logo feel. I think a lot of it has to do with the blade grips. You do get a different feel between composite and metal, and I like these. I like these a lot. I like these. I like the ones on the 550 SX. It just suits my flying style extremely well. So that's your blade grip. Work your way, actually still on the blade grip. And I don't remember these being included with the 600 SX. Maybe they were, and I just didn't get a set in mind. I'm not sure. But nice blade washers. They're a little clear plastic, 1mm thick. The thing I like about this is they're not metal. I do not like metal blade spacers or blade washers. They gall. They'll dig in, especially if you have metal blade grips. If it's on another helicopter. Do not like those at all. I always go with the Delrin, the plastic, the fiber washers, whatever. So it's just nice they include it with the kit. So working our way down, swatch plate, new beefy swatch plate. You know, nice quality machine part, ultra smooth. And the one thing, it's similar to, it kind of reminds me of the 700 Extreme in a way. Some of the geometry on it. But the center on the 700 Extreme could be, the center ball could be extremely tight. This is really nice, loose, and free. So like that. So that should be really good. Below that, dual screw clamp for the main shaft. So this is really cool. About 2.5 times the thickness of the typical one. Really like that style. Same on the 700, 800. So shouldn't have that slipping on the main shaft clamp at all. Next up, we are going to go to the tail group.